Okay, so today we're going to have a look at 2019 question 2. So it's this rotations question. So we're given the elevation and the end view. So it's a sign, consists of a square, a semi-octagon. It's fairly simple, but some of the construction can be quite difficult. Okay, so to start with, we're going to do the elevation. And once we get the elevation finished, we're going to rotate it up 45 degrees in order to get our plan shown in its rotated position. Okay, so we're going to start off then. It's 120 wide. That's this there. Our heights then is up 30, up 80, and up 10. So up 30, up 80. And up 10. Perfect. So down the bottom here we have a curve. Okay, so we've point J, L, and to get K, it's just a halfway point, which is 60. So there is K. So that's quite a big arc, so we need to find exactly where our center is. In order to do that, what we have to do is change K to J lightly, do the same from C to K, and then we bisect the line. So we take our compass, set the distance to anything over half, strike an arc, the same on this side. And then we just need to join it through. Okay, from this point here to this one up here, and extend it up, and do the same with this one. Extend it up. That's where the two cross over. That's our center point for this curve. So just put down your compass, down to point C. It should hit all points the exact same. Like so. So that's the bottom of it done. Next, we just finish off the rest of the sign. So up the top, the down 10 part, so 60, mark it off. And we're nearly ready to draw the square with the semi-octagon. Let's finish the outside of the sign first. Okay, so now we're ready for the coffee cup and the saucer in the middle, which is the square and the semi-octagon. Okay, so we know it's down 10. I'm just going to draw a light line. The width is 60. And to get down to the semi-octagon, which is here, it's down 40. So I'm just going to measure down 40. And draw a line across. Okay, so we have our square on top. But we're not given any sizes for the semi-octagon. So we need to figure out how to do it. So there's two ways to draw an octagon. One way is constructing inside a circle. So we know that all the angles in an octagon add up to 360 degrees, so 360 divided by 8 equals 45 degrees. Okay, so draw a circle, measure 45 degrees, and the distance between A and B, which is that line, that's the distance for our octagon. So we could draw it that way. Or if we draw it as a square, we can find the centre, set our compass from the corner to the centre, mark it off all corners. Where they cross over our outside line, that'll give us the points for our octagon. So I'm going to construct it this way, in a square. So it's down to the very bottom here. We'll join the corners to get the centre point. Which is there. Okay, so 70 by 60. So that's not a square, is it? It's a rectangle. So a simple way to fix this, if we make it a square and just go 60 millimeters, then it's 60 by 60. Because otherwise this method won't work. And we don't need the octagon up that side. So I'm going to just make the square smaller. Join our corners. That gives us our centre point here. I'll take my compass and outside, set it to the corners. Okay, so that gives us a point of here and here. So this is a very crucial point. We'll go to this side, there and there. Go down to this corner, there and there. So there, there, there and there. So we're missing this point, but this corner will give it to us here. Sorry. There and up there. So that then gives us this point A here, and F here is B, C, D and E. So all we need to do now then is join these up. Just like that. Okay, so the last step then is we need to draw our handle for the teacup. Or sorry, second last step, we still have to draw the saucer on the bottom. Okay, so we know that this circle or semicircle here is 40 in diameter. So it's just a case, half of 40 is 20. So we'll set our compass to 20. Strike off the center line. Okay, so now we need to find the tangent. Okay, coming from this point here. Okay, so how do we do that? So if we join it straight up like that, it's not going to be right because we don't know the exact point of contact. So what we need to do is, from here to here, we need to bisect the line. So a little over half. I just need to go a little bit more on this side. That gives us a point here. What we need to do then is join that up to there. That's that part finished. We just need to draw the saucer in. That's the exact same process as what we done to get J, K and L. We know it's just up 10 millimeters here. That's on the same line as J, Q, and L. Okay, so it's up 10 mil here, so it's going to have to be 10 mil there as well. So what we do is, I'll just label this to make it a bit easier for you. Q, R, and S. Join up the lines, the exact same. You bisect the line. Just be careful you don't get confused on your last lines. Okay, so that's it there and there. Do the same this side. Join it through. Same with this one. That's our center point for the saucer. So it's just a case with your compass, set the S. Like so. Right, so next we need to draw in our end view. So our end view is just going to be vertical line here with a 45-degree line going off it. And I'll do it just over here. The distance between them is relevant. I'm going to go off the top here. This is our hinge point. And off at 45 degrees. Like so. So what we need to do is, we need to bring all our points over and hinge them up. So the key thing here is to label every single point. So we've A, B, C, D, E, F, and we'll call this G, this H, we'll call this corner here point 1, this is 2. I'm just going to start point 1. Bring across, hinge it up, so just use your compass, rotate it up, and then you can bring it down vertical. So this is, it's the exact same as orthographic projection. We just need our 45-degree line here. Like so. So it comes down to here, we bring it across. So point 1, brought over, rotate it up, brought down, brought across. Let's bring down point 1. There is point 1. This top line here, our hinge line, do the exact same with that. Down, rotate across. I'm just going to do that in heavy. Bring our lines down from here. So point 2 is going to be there because 1 and 2 is on the same line. Next I'm going to bring J across. So J, Q, S and L is all on one point. So I'll rotate them up, rotate up, bring it straight down to where it hits our 45-degree line. Bring it across. there's point J, here's point L, Q, and you bring it down, that's Q, and that is S. Okay, so I'm going to bring down H, G, A and F now. So H and G is on the 1 point, across, rotate it up, bring it down for a 45-degree line. I'm just doing 2 at a time just to speed things up. So I'll bring down H first. There's H. There's G. And F is down below it. And A is also there. Okay, so I'm just going to heavy that in. Okay, so point B, E, C and D, I'm going to bring them next. Bring them across. Rotate them up. So point C and D, we already have them because they're on the same line as J, Q, S and L. So we rotate them up. Bring them down to a 45-degree line. Bring them across. And point A and B are on the same line. So there's B. And F and E are on the same line. So there's E. Because we already have this line here for C and D, we just need to bring these down vertical. There's C and there is D. C and D. Just need to join them up. Okay, so now we have 3 curves to work with. Okay, so we have this curve here, this curve and the bottom curve. So I'm just going to start with this one here. So what we need to do is we need to divide it up into 30/60. Okay, so to do that, use a 30/60 set square, 6 equal parts. Label them. So I've already used 1 and 2, so I'm just going to use 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we already have points 3 and 9, so that's them there and there. Sorry. So number 4 comes across, rotate them up. Bring them down to a 45-degree line, bring it across and down from our elevation. There is point 4. So we need to do that for all our points. So it's a good idea to just bring one line at a time until you get used to it. as also can be handy if you label them over here as well. So I'm just going to show you. So there's point 4, there's point 5, there's point 6, point 7, and point 8, and we already have 9. Okay, so point 5 is coming down, 6, so you can even label them down here. There's point 8. Bring them across. So they don't need to go the whole way through because we know the handle is going to be on this side. So 5. There's 5. Bring it down. Point 6. 7. And 8 and 4 together, so 8 and 9. So it's a matter of getting these up. And we have our tangent here as well. So all we need to do is just take that point that we already have, bring them across. Oh, sorry, bring them across, rotate it up. So that's it there. Bring it down, bring it across to where it hits our semicircle, which is there, and we just join it up down to E, same as up here. You can heavy that all in then. So now we're just left with our 2 curves here. So that'd be quite a big circle. So what we can do is from our center point, bring it down, just split it up into equal parts again. So I'm going to use the same one. So that's there and there. Okay, so as it is at the moment, we've only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Will it work? Yes, but it isn't 100% accurate. So doesn't have to go from the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it from here. It's not crucial that they're all 100% equal. Once you have a series of points that can correspond with for here. And so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's much better. So I'm going to do this in a different color just to show you. Okay, so there is point 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we need to do then is the exact same process. Bring it across, rotate it up, bring it down, bring it across to where it meets that point, which is there. Okay, we'll do the exact same with this line, or this point. Rotate it up. Bring it down. Bring it across. So if you look, these 2 points are on the same line, these 2 points are on the same line. And I'm going to rotate up the bottom point K as well. Across. So K is there. With this point here. This point here, and this point here. Our next step is to just join them up. Okay, so that's that bottom curve there. Now we want to have a look at this curve. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm just going to use the same points as I had here. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they're a little bit close together, but that doesn't matter. Bring them across. Rotate it up. Bring it down to our 45-degree line, the same as every other point. And bring him down from here. That's 1 point. And on this end here, another point. We already have S and Q, don't forget, so they're up there. Going to rotate up our next 2. We bring it down to our 45-degree line. Bring across, bring down our points. Another point, and there's our other one. And our final point then, rotate it up. That's also in the center point, so which is there. Okay, then all we have to do is join them up. And that is our question finished. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a lot going on in the drawing. So the main thing we need to do is label. I have every point labelled, and even if you need to use colours to keep track of what's going on here, labels, any little things like that can help just keep them neat and light. Okay, thanks for listening.